Hello everyone, welcome to a special edition stream of Death's Door. This game came out, I want to say about a year ago. It was probably a little bit longer ago than that. I remember that it was very, very well received. I then made every effort to not learn or see anything about it. The only other thing that I really know about it is that Jason McMaster didn't seem to care very much for it, and usually he and I have very close thoughts on games, so I'll be interested to see what my reaction is to it. Hello to Ruination Ronin, who says freedom, and hi again, Angel. Ronin, just a quick note, usually we make an effort to do a quick ad run at the very beginning of the stream so that there's no ads for people as they come in to check it out. It won't let us. I don't know. I don't know if that's something on our side or elsewhere, but my apologies to anybody that tries to come in. Usually want to have that out of your way so that you can just see the video, but apparently that's not within the cards for us today. With that very quick intro out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the mysterious world of Death's Door, where people apparently work at a bank and sometimes have glowing red swords on their tables. New. Also, Ronin, we did some quick adjustments to the audio. Please let us know if it seems okay. We can make some further adjustments if necessary. Now arriving at Reaping Commission headquarters, end of the line. I'm assuming now that there is no spoken dialogue. Let's stick to move. What is the perspective that that bus was driving next to this floating pier? Well, not floating pier. Oops. Click. Seems like the phone isn't connected to anything. All right, so we've got an A. So this is immediately Tunic. Oh, I like this sword swipe so far. Y does nothing, B does nothing. A does that, X does that. Can I slash up the garbage? I cannot. Oh! Okay, I lost a pip of health up there. Ronan was saying, no problem. Also, what game were you talking about when I came in? Oh, this game. Death's Door. I was just, I usually like to start off new episodes by saying, like, what I do and don't, or sorry, new streams, new games, but just sort of like briefly covering what I may or may not know about them, what my expectations are, and sometimes it's real easy when the expectation is nothing, because I've only heard generally good things and know very little. Hello to Maxine and Caroluna. Maxine just got the notification, and this person got no souls, says Vaga. Ain't got no shinies, ain't got no worries. Heh. Okay, so far the sword is not of a lot of use in our day-to-day life. Oh. Ticket office closed. Go on to fix a broken pipe, back in 3 to 4 years. Management. Oh. Yeah, you're clear. Move it along, bud. Are you sure? Because I feel like I might have something on me that's going to... I can't move all of a sudden. Oh, did the controller batteries just die? If they did, okay, they did. Don't worry, I won't even be away from the mic here. That's why we always plan ahead. Sorry, everybody, give me just a few seconds. No better way to start off a playthrough, or a potential playthrough at least, than by having technical issues. We should be... Sorry, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. We will be up and running in just a few seconds. One fun thing about using an Xbox controller on the PC is that if there's a way to know what the battery life is, like where the battery charge is, I've never seen it. There's probably some way, like maybe in the Xbox app, but other than that, usually just wait for it to... There we go. Oh, it's still not going to talk to me, huh? Well, I'm sorry, he said I can move along. Yeah, Okay, well, I'm not currently getting tased, so I guess I'm okay. Hello to Czar! This is a top-down indie Dark Souls. It very well might be. Everything's floating. It sort of feels like a bit of a Bastion as well, with the floating landscape. Better get moving, don't want to be late, right? It says Badge the Reaper. He got that name from his work on the farm, I'm sure. Okay. There's some games where you really want to explore and look at absolutely everything, and there's other games where it's like, well, you can explore, but you're not going to be able to find anything, not until you know how to get through a wall that's sometimes just crackling with green energy. Hello to Takarosh! Zara is also saying it could also be reminiscent of Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock Infinite, I do feel, had more color than this so far. Well, 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 says Chandler the handler. Look who showed up for work. No worms for you, because only the early bird catches... never mind. Anyway, it's your lucky day. I actually have a soul for you to reap. And not just any soul, a giant soul. Think of the commission on that. I hope you haven't forgotten your training. Stay on your talents. Giant souls don't often go peacefully. Dropping in your door for you now. Oh, so we're like quantum leapers. With a soul that size, you might even be able to afford some time off. But remember, your door will remain open only until you return with your designated soul. While your door is open, you'll be mortal and you will age. So get it done quickly. Reaping souls to power the doors just so we can reap more souls, and the cycle repeats forever. The rat race, huh? Anyway, get to it and be careful. If you die, it's going to be a lot of paperwork, and I don't have the time. I will endeavor not to die just so that we do not inconvenience this person, Chandler. Takaroshi is saying, knock knock, who's there? Death. Death, who? Takaroshi, I hope that you're having... It feels like it's been a few days. I hope that you're having a good weekend so far. I feel like the dash, it's that dash where it feels like it also lets you get around a little bit faster. Oops. Oh boy, I love typing. Can't get enough of it. I'm assuming he's being sarcastic. And meanwhile, the man who I assume is the boss, Darwin the Vault Keeper, is also fast asleep. Can we read the posted board? Oh, we can. Rules for Reapers. A Reaper will become mortal while any assignment remains incomplete and any of their doors remain open. Collected souls must be returned to the central vault. Your work reaping will be rewarded, and the collected souls used to power our infrastructure. No unionizing. I'm surprised no unionizing wasn't rule number one with what I've seen so far. Okay, I sort of nudged up against this and the elevator came down. Takaroshi is as... Oops. So I need to not look at chat at the same time that I'm navigating a world with terrible work safety laws. Okay, that's probably a door for later then. I will look at that in a second. So far, our explorations have turned up zilcho, but that doesn't mean... Okay, nope. It doesn't mean there's nothing to find. It just means... Wait, this has color? Yeah, see, we found an umbrella. Ta-da! A discarded umbrella. It's just a thing to keep your feathers dry in grim weather. You can equip it from the weapons menu. I'm going to press back. No. Start. Okay, here's the weapons menu. Oh, okay. So we've got some stats here. The Reaper's Sword does 1 damage, 2.5 range. You get 3 swings out of it, and the swing time is 0.4 seconds. I assume that's how long it takes. This is the same speed, the same swings, the same range, but half as much damage. Okay, well then I'm not going to use that. Maybe that's the I'm a big toughie in the game, but I'm playing this for the first time, so that the umbrella can sit right where it is. As Takaroshi says, no OSHA in the afterlife. Also, Zara is saying the floating city is the part that's really... what was it called? Bioshock Infinity. Oh, here's where they put all the color. Tap A to roll. That I've worked out. Also, I like the tutorials being projected into the world. Are you good? Okay. I really don't know if I'm supposed to kill this thing. Okay. These things are probably not important, to me at least. I'm sure they're important to each other. But I'm not going to try to hit them with the sword just because I can. Oh, Takaroshi baked some cinnamon buns yesterday. I wonder how they turned out. What did you think of them? I've never tried to bake something as well, actually anything at all. Certainly nothing as elaborate as a cinnabon. Okay, I didn't press the triggers, I remember. Hold left trigger to aim. Okay. I probably would have gotten in trouble for doing that around the office. Alternatively, it would have done nothing. So I'm going to say there's a bit of auto-aim, because there's no other earthly reason why I was able to get that on the first try. Takaroshi was saying that they were moist and yummy. Okay, so, whoops. So I need to learn how this thing plans to attack. That way. Yeah, me walking right into it. So bad news, there it is, B. Okay, I want to keep an eye on where those tendrils are going, because like a moron, I was able to lose half my lives just walking around the job. That seems good. So he speeds up. Oh, okay. This is not fun. Sorry, I didn't mean to say not fun. I mean, it's very dangerous for me. Like, playing a game for 3 minutes and then just randomly going, this is not fun. Oh! Apparently I have a limited number of arrows, because I can't do this anymore. Apparently there was an ammo counter somewhere. I did not see where it was, so we'll have to work that out later. And this is... Ouch. Just right on my head. Wow! Oh, this game wants you to feel it. Okay, so is it the white pips then up at the top left? Are those your ammos? Yes. Okay, I don't know how to get more ammos then. Because I certainly fired more than... I'm not gonna spend a lot of time trying to hit him in this mode, I don't think. Okay, so my arrows came back. Again, not sure how that happened. But it's good to know that I'm not super limited. Oh, you hit with the sword. That's what brings him back. Okay. I'm trying to practice hitting him with the sword and not also walking into him and taking damage. That's the charge, by the way, the right trigger charge. Okay, hold on. Boy, this person's a lot easier when you come into it with full health. Was that my boss? Alright, Pikmin, get out of here. They're all laughing at me. So, that's clearly our door. I have no reason to believe there's anything else to find in this area. I didn't pick up any new abilities. I mostly just got humbled by... Yeah, let's just go out. I'm going to say that retreading this area is not going to bring me any... And I'm not going to get covered in glory on my way. Oh, hello to Mia. Mia and anybody coming in, this is a fresh audition look at Death's Door, where we've just made it to the Lost Cemetery. So far, I'm a crow and a reaper in a very sort of Dead Like Me way. Is that the guy that hit me a second ago? I feel like the guy that hit me was way more red. Or well, way more black, rather. Like black feathers, not gray. That's why I keep trying to smack things with a sword. So here we have a Deku Nut. Or a Life Seed. Planting one of these in a green pot will yield soul fruit, which can be consumed to restore your health. I wonder if you... I wonder if they continue to regrow at that point, because otherwise, why not just give you a health item? To have it be a seed that then you have to plant at a specific point, they could just have a health potion there if it was only a single use. So there must be maybe some decision making, or it's an incentive to explore the world. Hey, look everywhere because you want to find all the seeds so that then you can heal up and plant them all. I'm still working to keep an eye on chat. Well, see, this looks like somebody that I'd want to hit with my sword. You work here? Not anymore. Hey, I got 2 eggs. Well, now I have 102. I picked up 2 more. So there's a key. This door requires a key to open. I do see some tunnels down there, or switches. This way to the summit. I'm probably not going to the summit until later. And this is 100 soul energies. Soul energy can be spent in the Hall of Doors on Reaper upgrades. I'm going to sort of say here that if... So, the perspective in the game is very Tunic. Is that good? Like, I don't know where this goes yet, and I kind of want to look around. What I was about to say about Tunic is that I really enjoyed the gameplay of Tunic. I would not complain very much if there were fewer inscrutable secret passages. Well, let's try a couple more things just in case. That's our charge attack, you can see. And... oh, hold on. Okay, I didn't expect any of those to work, but I figured I'd give it a shot. Oh, Solid Chrome Hickey, thank you very much for the resub. Also, you guys, I'm extremely worried that when Blah-Blah-Blah resubbed earlier today, that I said hello to him but didn't recognize it was a resub. Also, these guys do drop the eggs, so now I have now that I know that they're worth currency, I have more incentive to kill every single thing that I see. This one has 2 locks on it. Oh. It wasn't 2 locks, it was kill 2 guys. Probably those specific 2 guys. Also, the corpses remain on the floor and look really upset about the dead. Okay. Oh, is he territorial? Is that... no? He came right over the threshold. It looked like he sort of lost interest for a second and then left, or was going to leave. Okay. I don't know why I would not plant a seed here. Okay, I'm going to guess that that probably does reload, but for sure, let's keep our eyes out for any additional... what's it called? Seeds. Yeah, I'm going to say that the aim on the bow is pretty generous, because I am not that good a shot. Okay, can I... Was he crying? Or just effort? I hope the enemies don't cry when you hit them. That's going to make me feel some kind of way about it. Is this our key? Okay, so we can go up, but there was a door back here, and maybe that thing would lead us back to it, but anytime there's a branching path, I'll often, like, go a ways down one, then go a ways down the other. Little crow, do I sense a glut of soul energy? Come here, you can trade in those souls to gain an edge in combat. Well, I mean, I could, but can I go back to what I was doing? Now we know that the crow door is going to bring us back to the office. Okay, see, there's a seed. Since this is, so let's say with no spoilers attached at all, I really like Tunic for, like, 90% of the playthrough. And then in the last 10%, and by the way, we can see now that the life tree has regrown, and it's got a couple of those Pikmin with it as well. That's where the key goes, and I'm willing to bet that this is the... Yes, this is where we unlocked it. So we come full circle. Ow. These are more helmet heads than I had before. So these guys they're impressed with me, I guess. They don't seem to get in the way. I'm going to consume that to get my health back. And then we've done Lost Cemetery, as far as I know. I mean, maybe I can look at the summit, but I don't feel like I have what it takes to get there yet. We already tried to go under the bridge. This is a non-goer at this point. Oops. Okay, hold on. So far, my top rule is try to avoid taking damage because I feel like healing is a little far and few between. Oh, and somebody, sorry, I'm processing a lot right now. Somebody said something about like this being like Dark Soulsy. So far, no Oh, hold on. The enemies will hit each other. That feels like new information. No stamina meter, which, by the way, was a thing in Tunic. The very first one of these guys that thinks to put their face on their front is going to be, like, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Oh, you guys? You're looking at it. Why did he dive into that path? I don't know. I thought he was going to come over here, and then I would dodge that way. And when he instead went up there, like he was going to miss me completely, it was like, no, I'll save him. Dove right into the middle of it. Hello to Harmonious Crow. Crows are awesome. Just look at the little fella. Oh, yeah. He's got, like, his wings are, like, he puts them behind him like a cape. Like that. He's also a Grim Reaper, from what we can tell, Crow. He's out there reaping souls. I hope that you have had a good week so far. You are 27 minutes in, but a good first 5 minutes of that was us trying to make sure that people would not face ads when they came in and failing. So if you got ads on the way in, apologies. Okay, this is either someone who's going to talk to me or murder me a lot. Ah, Reaper. My time in this world is over. Okay, sort of taking that like a champ. Do I... Unfortunately, I'm still alive. Sorry, maybe if you try hitting me with a harder attack. Okay, how about... this? No, still here and still very much alive. Perhaps you could try a bit of a run-up. Roll with A and press right trigger while rolling. Okay, I haven't done this yet. Oh, it's like an overhead chop. It's not your fault, it happens to everyone. I'm afraid I'm burdened with unending life. I can't explain it, and I've spent untold years seeking an answer. My name is Stedhone. I am the keeper of graves on this sacred mountain. Oh, and if you do find yourself strengthened somehow, feel free to try and kill me again. Boy, Stedhone really has a very even-keeled approach to life and what comes afterwards. Everyone is saying hello to Mia. Mia and Crow are saying hello to each other. Here lies a guardian of the door, a preserver of order, and a home to stray souls. It's going to say the same thing again, right? Okay. I feel like it's never a bad thing to check. I do not have jump over this power, nor do I have, like, fly powers. Crows are well known to be terrestrial beasts, so we're going to have to find some other way across that to get the seed. Sir, was there something... Did you get a hot tip that I was on my way? I'm really enjoying the music, by the way. There's a lot of talking as I sort of, like, work out what all is happening. Okay, and I can't go through here then. So, Stedhone, what's up? Anytime you like. Okay. For no good reason, I'm sort of like claw-handing my controller right now so I can have my fingers on both A and Y. Well, see, I want to look at everything, though. Oh, Mia, I don't know if you were here at the very beginning, so this looks like something that we can go in. The beginning, Mia, all grayscale and red, the red of the sword. Nothing else was in color. Okay. I'll grab some more red orb. The red orb as souls, that reminds me a lot of Devil May Cry. Hello to Jody K. Jody K, it's been awesome to have you back for the last couple days. I felt like it sounded very petulant when I said we miss having you in stream. How much longer will your house guest be there? With your house guest there, of course, you'd want to spend time with the house guest because presumably you're friends and stuff. It's just we also like to have you here. Oh, this was the other side. Okay. So I think we've got 2 life seeds now. And the pots are fairly prominent. I don't feel like I've walked past any, so we're going to be glad to have these later on. I've not gone this way. Let's go this way, because I can see like a ladder and stuff down there. And yes, Carolina, it is indeed go-inable. This simple structure has a twin. A hidden secret lies within. Okay. So, I mean, I would want to go into it anyway, but now let's keep an eye out for something that looks like this sandcastle, but made out of stone. This way to the stranded sailor. Okay, this feels like it's going to be a thing that I don't know how to connect with. You know what this is going to be? You do something with this, and then this ladder drops. You can see a ladder up at the top of it. Jody K is saying that her house guest fed Mia the cat and such while Jody was on vacation. It really does sound like a good person. My only beef with this person is that they kept you away from stream because we like... Well, yeah, I love having you both here, but in Mia's stream and in Patikin's stream, this way to the summit. I don't feel like I was headed to the summit, though. There is a brief cooldown on the roll. Okay, I don't know how to climb down or if you ever need to. This brings us back... I mean, clearly I killed that person, but I don't remember doing it. Does that make me a sociopath? So we can go down further. I just want to look up here. Like, one of these days, I'm going to peek my beak underneath there. There's going to be, like, a Y to interact. So, like, we could go back and, like, let's see what we can get for our souls. Because for all I know, when I die, it's going to do a whole thing where you have to go get your souls or you lose them entirely. Jody K did get to watch all of Cobra Kai while not in stream. So, like, starting from season 1, Jody K, or just you got caught up? Okay, the Soul Vault. I would like to do that. So, we can have a more muscular crow. Well, let's read through this. Increase the damage done with melee weapons as well as their reach. Okay, that sounds good. That would take all of my souls so far. Ability to attack with speed and precision. Raising this will allow the Reaper to charge their melee and range attacks faster and increase the speed at which melee attacks can be chained together. So I'm already a bigger fan of this just because I feel like this is always going to be helpful. Like most of my attacks are this right now. Speed and grace, greater base speed, faster dodges, and less cooldown between dodges. Also sounds nice. And then raising this will increase the damage done with magical spells and ranged abilities. Let's start it simple. Strength. Yes. I don't think that I would regret any of these, but I feel like of the set, strength is the way to go. And by the way, I feel extremely self-conscious now that I didn't come here until I had over 400 eggs and it just turned out that that's what you needed. I just, for the record, I've never played this before. It's just, we came back around. All right, I want to kill everything that I come across, but I also don't want to spend my life farming, not yet. So Jody K said starting from 0 all the way from the beginning. Yeah, Jody K, I have... Okay, does that go back up, do you think? Oh, it does, and it's even got like an elevator call button. Look at that red brick. Jody K, I was... Okay, that's the first time the camera's moved, and we have another way to go. But I want to check this out. I'm assuming that you need bombs or something. Like the Zelda in me says bombs. But we're not gonna make any assumptions, yeah. Kiraluna's request to quoting, kill everything that I come across. Or maybe I... Oh no, these guys are still worth monies. What might not come across just by watching is the degree to which, like, when you press the button, the sword swing has happened. Like, it's an instantaneous response, as is the dodge, by the way. Like, it feels really on point with, like, the responsiveness of the controls. So did Tunic. Like, there's a few different ways in which this is... Oh, see? We're up to 3 seeds. Now, I don't want to land on Conehead here, so I'm going to try to, like, dodge outward. Okay. Oh, we found another pot. If there's a direction that I'm supposed to be headed, right now, I just want to fess up. I'm just wandering. Jody K was hesitant. Yeah, Ronan is also leaning bombs. Jody K was hesitant to watch it. I hadn't watched it yet, but he was like, have you watched it? And I said no, so we watched it. Yeah, I've learned so far that anything that comes out of those red doors has malevolence in their intent. So I'm out of arrows. That means I've got to figure out how to fight this thing toe-to-toe. Okay, and I'm not going to fall for your they can fly and I can't. Yeah, Cobra Kai Season 1 was like... So... Hold on, I just want to acknowledge, he shot a beam at me, I thought it was going to hit me, and then it ricocheted off. So there might be a parry mechanic tied to the dodge, because that's what I did. I'm going to try to dodge when this thing hits me. Hold on. No, that just goes through me, which is also good to know. Is there like at a last second thing? Okay, I didn't press any other buttons. Oh, maybe you can hit it with your sword, though. Hold on. Because I was also doing that. Yeah! Okay, so that's what it did. Can I bounce this back at him? Oh, now they're fucked. I fear them so much less now that I know that if they shoot me while I'm swinging on them, it's just going to get reflected. I'll meet you over by the wall, buddy. Oh, they're really stunned after we hit them with their purple blob. Like, I should... Ow. I should take better advantage of that. Oh. Okay, so, sorry, it's very difficult. Yeah, I didn't know that was going to be an option. Just trick the roly-polies into rolling themselves to death. Okay. I feel like I'm getting careless. The thing I keep getting towards saying about Cobra Kai is that in watching the first season, I just wasn't sure where the show's heart was. I wasn't sure how much we were meant to sympathize with the main character and say, yes, this person's outlook on things is the correct one. But that was clarified as I watched the first season, and we have watched seasons, I think, 2 and 3. I have some additional feedback on Cobra Kai about things that I think it does well, things that I'd like to see it maybe have thought differently of and execute a little bit differently. But on the whole, I think that it's made with a lot of love for the Karate Kid characters and the sort of the... I don't know quite how to finish this. I was going to say like the legacy of the franchise, but I don't know that the franchise has much of a legacy. It's clearly written and created by people who... Oh, hold on. We've not had much in the way of cutscenes prior to this. Apparently I'm here to reap the soul of this building. Boy, what if they made a transformer out of like a Gothic church? Okay. Yeah, no, I've played Zelda. I know what a laser beam looks like. Oh. I don't know why I'm fighting arrows at something that is flying. Just like pros are terrestrial beasts, arrows, you really have to be just standing on the ground to get hit by an arrow. There's probably a better player than I. Oh, no, I was about to say maybe you could go up and hit him while he's shooting the laser, but he's got like a wind puff that comes out. I should really... It's like every 4 hits, we have a full arrow quiver. It's probably making more frequent use of those. It's like free damage. Oh, he's getting tricky. might be a minute before I can check chat. Gotta slash the parapets off this thing. Okay. I'm so sorry. If I'm supposed to feel like a little thump in my cold, dead heart for the death of that building, I simply do not. Ronan was asking, where's the health bar? So from what I've noticed so far against the first thing that we reaped, they get, like, red and crackly when they're dying. So it's like, oops. Okay, that is cool. Look at that, you guys. This way to the summit. I think that has to be. Hold on, hold on. You know what I also haven't done yet? No, hold on. No, hold on. Hold on, I want to see if we can cut it vertically. Apparently I can snipe something with my sword, with my bow rather, at 800 yards, but I can't hit this stationary sign. No, I don't think that you can vertically slash it like in Zelda. That is extremely cool, though. I really like that. And look, you can get the top of it, too. Okay, so that'll call the elevator, I'm sure. This way to the overgrown ruins, but I would need to be able to interact with this, thing. By the way, has Mia seen any of Cobra Kai? I don't think it's ever occurred to me to ask, because I wouldn't really assume it would be her thing, but it would be interesting to know what she thought of it. I have been, just like I've recommended to Mia for years to, like, stream, it has been an almost equal amount of time that I've been recommending that she do media reviews of almost any variety. Television shows, well, I guess not any variety. Movies and television shows specifically. So I'm just taking note. There's like a circular, like, design there, emblem, dais. It's not really a dais, I don't think. But, like, there's no other way up there. So either I learn to fly or jump over this fence, or that's like a teleporter, because otherwise there wouldn't be any way to get to that red thing. And yeah, I'm going to plant I'm just going to keep planting seeds everywhere we go, unless I determine that there's a reason not to. Okay. I feel like this is an inadequate security system. We should really just be able to hop up there. I bet this is going to be the locked door. Oh no. Oh, hello, fledgling. Sorry about the crack on the head, but I needed that soul. Oh, he's the guy that stole our soul at the beginning, I guess. I honestly thought he was much more black than that. You see, I was a Reaper just like you. Years ago, my assignment evaded capture. It took many months to track it down to this location. Upon arrival, I discovered it had somehow passed through this door. Inconceivable. Do you know where we are, fledgling? The end point for all life. I thought it was just a legend. As you know, all doors are powered by the energy of souls. Perhaps with a truly You have no idea what happens when you guys walk into a grocery store, do you? Perhaps with a truly monumental amount of power, even this one could be forced open. Sadly, the soul I stole from you was not enough. I'm afraid that our fates are very much intertwined now, fledgling. For with your assignment incomplete, your death is now an inevitability. Without the soul that now resides behind this door, you are trapped just like me. Oh, I can think of one more soul I can just pick up in the area, sir. However, fortune may still smile upon us. This cursed land is hidden to the Reapers, somehow untouched by the laws of nature. The creatures here have the potential to live vastly beyond their years, growing ever larger and more powerful. I know 3 such beings on these isles whose combined soul energy could grant us the power to wedge this door open. To the north lives an old witch, obsessed with escaping the clutches of death. Beyond the forest to the east, a self-proclaimed king rules over the ruins of a flooded cathedral. And atop the mountain to the west, a beast of untold years, primal and vicious, with no want or desire. I'm truly sorry. Are you, though? To have entangled you, fledgling, but in my advanced years my body grows weary. Your path is your own now. Either venture into the wilds and reap those giant souls, or choose an action and suffer the same fate as this old fool. What, getting kicked off of a big cliff? Because that's what would happen next. Like, thank you for the information. It kind of feels like you've served your purpose. I'll be on your way now. Actually, sure, why not? Head north. There lives an old witch, obsessed with escaping death. Okay. There's one more season, says Jody K. Also, Mia is saying that she and Shiv watched the whole of Cobra Kai and didn't bring it up because she didn't care for it. I have found... Oh. I guess I solved the mystery of the security system by talking to that guy. I have found that I feel differently about every season of Cobra Kai. Like, every season had things that I think were done pretty well, and every season had things that I'm like, I probably would have... I have specific feedback on how I might have done this a little bit differently. I will say that the... oh, gosh. I don't remember the names of any of the characters, but alongside Billy Zabka, who plays, like, the main character, the kid that he's tutoring, that's the word. I think that he does a really good performance. This way to the Ern Witch's Mansion. Okay. If I was obsessed with escaping death, I might not put up signs for the Reapers to follow as to how to get to my house. I'd be more like that. Remember the woman in that episode of The Twilight Zone who was afraid of Robert Redford? Well, no, she wasn't afraid of enough of Robert Redford, I guess. That's a really good episode. There's so many good episodes of The Twilight Zone. I am now slightly backtracked. I just wanted to take a look around to see kind of more or less where it had deposited me. I'll also say, I feel like, we've only watched the first 3 seasons. I feel like the character of Daniel LaRusso's son, the writers have no idea what to do with that character. From what I've seen so far. That's not really a knock against the actor. It's just like, this feels like something that was introduced in season 1 to just be like, oh, here's both of Daniel's kids, and they've really struggled to have any sort of relevance for that character at all. Like that kid, it wouldn't surprise me if they get the, remember the middle daughter, or was it the youngest daughter on Family Matters, who one day just isn't there anymore and nobody ever mentions her again? Like, not even like, okay, I'm going off to summer camp, everyone, I'll talk to you later. Just like, is gone and never mentioned again. That's kind of what I think is going to happen to LaRusso's kid. And hopefully it's not too much of a spoiler to just say, like, there's no plot lines with him. He's never relevant. He shows up. The best part about that kid is that depending on what season he's in, was this here before? I hope I didn't walk right past that. I'm really gonna doubt my own vision. He does gain relevance later on? Okay. That kid, in like season 1, I think he's playing like a PSP, and then in season 2, he's playing like a Nintendo DS, and then in season 3, he's playing like a PlayStation Vita. Like, the march of years is shown in what handheld tech he's currently walking around with. Okay. Alright. I like to feel out their attack patterns a little bit when we meet any of these guys for the first time. Okay, now the last time I did this, I went to the previous room and found an orb that I hadn't seen before. So as silly as it is, no, there's nothing in here. I'm glad they found something for the actor to do. Like, here's a story from Mia. I don't know if Mia's still with us. So, of all things, just of the complete random ass thing that you would like see online, we started watching a video on YouTube, which was actually really, really good. And it was about a relatively short-lived... I feel like we went past 2 floors. I'm just acknowledging that we went... There might be like a middle floor between here and there. We were watching a video about... So Fox After Breakfast was a... I love the shadow. Look at this. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to go through the door. Also, I have glowing red eyes, which I didn't notice before. Hold on, look at this. Look at his little shadow. Oh, I really like the shadowing there. Dun, 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 dun. Fox After Breakfast was originally a show called Breakfast Time on the FX network, and it was on for, I think, 20 months was what the video creator had said. And so this video creator did a video about Breakfast Time. Breakfast Time was on FX, and it starred Tom Bergeron, who you might know from Dancing with the Stars, Laurie Hibbard, who is today Laurie Gelman, and a successful author. Both of them also had stints on the Today Show, which I didn't know because... Oh, sorry, Good Morning America. I think it was Good Morning America. And there was also a puppet, like Bob the Puppet was a cast member on this show, and the actor that played him, I don't happen to know. And then there was like some guy, the announcer. And here's the thing, I just never saw Breakfast Time. I sort of knew of it vaguely, but my family did not have access to FX when this was on, so I would never have had a chance to see it. So anyway, when they ported it over to Fox, they made some changes and changed the name to Fox After Breakfast. There's a whole video about this. It's actually really well done and really interesting. Why am I talking about this right now? Well, the video creator did a video about Breakfast Time, and Tom Bergeron saw it and commented in the comment section, and then did an interview with this guy. This, like, by the way, like, this YouTuber has like 1,000 subscribers, which in YouTube terms is basically nothing. And that's not me dunking on this guy, because from what I've seen of the videos that he makes really good quality stuff. He's like, this is somebody who deserves a lot more attention. Connor Higgins is what I want to say is the name of the channel. And I want to shout it out here because I really think that this person deserves more attention. But the real life Tom Bergeron contacted this guy, and I know it was the real life Tom Bergeron because he then does does a video where he interviews him and Laurie Hibbard from Fox After Breakfast, which I did see back in the day. Hold on. Burn your weapons and spread joy. I don't want to do the first thing. I need that. I'm using my weapons. Oh, you know what it is? Hold on. Hold on. Nope. Sorry, this is stupid. It's this. I can do it in combat. Yep. Okay. One of the things that Mia and I talk about. Hold on. Look at the leaves. Oh, I really like it. One of the things that Mia and I talk about a lot is, like, game language. How do the developers communicate to the player, and what do the developers assume the player knows? Here, there's a dead end with a message, light your weapons on fire. And they have this across from this. You saw how quickly I worked that out, but the reason that I worked it out is because I've played other games like it. So I sort of like... What I'm saying here is that it's not smart, it's just experience. It's having seen developers similar to this, give us situations similar to this, where it's like, oh, this is what it's meant. And now, look, now they're expanding it. So now it's light this brazier, so that now we can light this brazier. Oh, and apparently the one beyond it as well. I'm letting you guys know, like, one of the things you'll hear me talk about once in a while is that there's no such thing as good at games. I will get stumped as shit on things that other people find incredibly simple. This, I found very straightforward because I've seen this, and if somebody else hit this and was confused, that doesn't communicate good or bad at games. That tells you something about what other games they haven't played yet, which is very different than good at games. Sorry, we should get back to me talking about a Fox morning show that nobody asked about. This way to the Urn Witch's mansion. Also, Ronan loved how... okay, now this again. Hook shot? Like, this is going to be a thing later on that we can go across this. I don't know what it is. Zipline creator? Yep, and we can actually see, like, there's a sphere down there. Me and I were literally talking yesterday about Zelda games where you'll see something that clearly has significance, but you don't know what it means yet. And then when you get the tool that will do it, it's like, oh, and then it like introduces, like, then you know where to look. You know, you remember all the times that you saw that like wrought iron ankh that's just hanging out there. By the way, am I getting anything for chopping those up? It's fun. But I'm just sort of doing it because it's something that I can hit with my sword. Yeah, I do see the key. I don't think that I have a key for it yet. We'll check it in a second. Oh, Ronan was saying they also had a statue there with a bow. Honestly, Ronan, I did not see that. But that would have been another clue. Oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention to how many souls I have. Yeah, Mia, this is where I work. Let me show you around the office. This is the gloom sector. Down here is where the bureaucracy happens. And we've got a company store. I have... Okay, so I don't have enough monies yet to do anything. Let's keep an eye on when I get up to 400, and then I will get... Here's what I'm thinking. I don't think I'm going to do a lot of banking up towards, like, affording something expensive. Let's spend this money as quickly as we get it. Ronan, that was good eyes, though, looking out for the bow. But yeah, I mean, I guess, so I didn't know that Dancing with the Stars got, like, Tom Bergeron was released from that after, like, 16 years. And I think it was, like, actually 16 years. Oh, hold on.
Oh, hello there, my beak-faced fellow. It's quite unusual to see one of your kind upon these isles. I imagine you must be here for a soul. Not me, I should hope. Anyway, it seems our paths have intersected in an opportune moment. You may not have noticed, but I've been cursed with unusual affliction. Alas! Judge me not by the shape of my head, but by the deliciousness of the soup inside. I will not do that. Absolutely not. Where are my manners? I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance, Beakface.
Also, how does this person go to sleep?
It would seem that my journey has reached an impasse.
It's very wet sheets.
I haven't been able to overcome
the obstacles ahead
and unlock the iron gates. If you would help me move on, I should be indebted to you, and we could push forward together.
There are many obstacles ahead, Beakface. Okay, just because we call you Pothead, like, my name is Ed.
Curiously, there appears to be some uncanny kinship between the sealed gate and the unlit lanterns thereabouts, roundabouts.
Okay, so get better at lighting things on fire. Paging all Mias. Sorry, I just saw Caroluna. We all know how awesome Angel is at noticing bows. Oh, they should have a clip feature for comments in chat. Caroluna, that's brilliant. Oh, Caroluna, that's perfect. Also, now we know what that does. It hurt me, by the way, so I should have shot that at range. Okay, for those of us who are not lucky enough to have pots on their head, allow me to introduce you to Vase Head. It's not... Oh! I did not notice him taking aim at me. That's why I owed. I'm not willing to risk trying to redirect his arrow yet. Okay, I'm very glad to have this. Hold on, you back off. I'm eating this plant. Hello to Salamander! Okay, so that we'll be able to get to from the other side. Fortunately, that enemy decided to be very polite. I didn't see him until I started to look at the Garden of Peace. Okay. I would have popped him with the thing. Now, can I move this at all? As far as I know, I don't have any, like, Link pick-up stuff powers. I know if I hit it with the sword, it'll blow up. I don't think I have a pick-up power. Stop it. Ouch. Oh, that was my first rolly slash like that. There's something about the button on that one, like the A and then R. There's something unnatural about it to me. I need to practice it a little bit more. Caroluna liked the reaction. Caroluna, it was very funny. Like, what a callback. If anybody doesn't know the history on this, you'll have to look back at an understated clip that I think was gotten by, I think it's a Drienne Levode clip. I may be mistaken, but it's in the clips for this channel, and it's called, I Guess We're Cosplaying Then. And when you watch that, I think that you will notice something that I did not in discussing how much I was hoping that we would find a bow someday. Okay, so we can see an orb over there, and, like, clearly that will be available to us once we get, go through brick wall power, which I assume is going to be a bomb. While that feature would be awesome, it would be busy. People say so many awesome things in chat all the time. Agreed. It would be difficult to get it all. Okay. And this just goes back, right? I'm sorry that I'm sort of lingering here. I'm just looking at it. Let me try. Okay, I don't think that I can redirect that. Let's try it on this guy as well. Like his... Okay, yeah, it doesn't. Basically, I didn't want to stand in its path and try to deflect it with my sword. Like it's something that just happens all the time. Yeah, as Sam Lander says, look at all these arrows. Too bad about the bow not existing. Hey, if you guys want to come over this way. Yeah! Okay, keep some arrows in your quiver. I don't really see a purpose in blowing this up yet, but for all I know, we'll get like a prize or something. You know, do-do-do-do-do-do-do, and then a chest appears because you blew up all the vases. Okay. Oh, I thought we were going to use our arrows to, like, light braziers on fire, but I guess it's just, like, solve the puzzle.
Most impressive. Now make haste and ignite the second lantern. I'll stand here doing nothing.
I feel like I might get the dash upgrade next just because it's like a quality of life thing to be able to go around. So here we have some unlit braziers. We can't go there yet. So we're going to find a fire somewhere down this line. Now, here's an interesting thing. I've only got one arrow, so I hope that in doing this we'll... Like, how am I going to get some more arrows if I can't hit any enemies? You think like a practice dummy or something would be around that you can just wallop on? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what the mushrooms do then. See, like I said, the game is teaching us what to look for. Now I know. Yeah, see, I don't want to shoot this guy with my arrows. I need them right now. I was making this comment in, like, oh gosh. Dying Light 2, I think, but just apropos of nothing specific in that game. The realization that in a lot of games, the developer is talking to you. The developer has a direct line of communication to you through the design of their game, the graphics, the colors, the sounds, and in most cases is interested in assisting you with going forward. They want you to understand how to proceed. And what you want to do is learn to pay attention to... Hold on, can I... Oh, I really wanted to, like, shit. Not that. So apparently I'm just not going to be able to shoot that guy with a fire arrow. I really wanted to. We got somebody. Oh, and they do take fire damage. Look at that. So health is something of a concern. I don't like dying, and I don't think I have any more seeds, so I'm going to make what might be an unpopular choice to go back and see if I can find the last health plant that I... Oh, and there's a seed actually right there. Can I get up there? Not right now. That's a fence. Yeah. All right, let me step back because we know that the plants regrow, or I could go back home. We can go back to the office. Ah, see? I feel like that was worth the detour. Caroluna says if somebody doesn't know that moment, because Caroluna found it. Caroluna, thank you very much for pulling the clip. Yes, that is exactly what Caroluna was referencing, and it was just the perfect reference. Rowan is asking, did I go back and grab the bow? No, I did not. I found a different bow a little bit later. I never saw that bow. And chat was very good. They didn't say anything. Or at least not that I picked up on at the moment. No, I'm out of seeds. Okay. The Garden of Joy. Bereft of seeds. Well, let's start here. Okay. Let's start here. Oh, you know what? Hold on, I shouldn't have slashed those, because when they grow up... Okay, I bet that we light these on fire, then we have a limited amount of time to get into position and shoot those, because the braziers burn forever, so that would suggest to me that these are going to be time limited, and we probably got to be pretty quick about it. No! Look at that. I would have sworn they would be lit on fire. It just looks like it's a little off, doesn't it? Like my angle on it? Okay, definitely not then. So, how do we get fire over here? Oh. I was so certain, you guys, about the mushrooms. I was like, oh, I figured this out. I'm learning the language of the developer. No, it's just this. Way simpler. Look at that, I lit it while you guys were attacking me. That's how little I respect your magic. So Sam Leonard saying chat was screaming internally as he remembers. I just, like, when you watch it in the clip, it's literally flashing on the screen. I don't know, you guys. By the way, there's a thing in Star Trek that's a little bit like that, where, but, like, it's different. So, without any spoilers attached, in Star Trek Resurgence, there was one section that I was having a lot of trouble with, and I had to try it multiple times. To this moment, you guys, I do not know what was different in the last time that I tried it. I don't know if the game just said, screw it, just give it to him. I don't know. However, what I can share with you that I didn't realize until after we uploaded the episodes, there was a timer at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen that was like the time to the end of this event, this challenge. And I didn't see that because where the microphone was positioned, the microphone that I'm speaking into right now, was covering that part of the screen. So I never saw it at all. My producer did see it and didn't bring it up because she assumed that I saw it and that it was like the timer turned out to not be particularly relevant was the weird thing about it. So that's just a weird background story about Star Trek Resurgence for what it's worth. Like, that's one of those things where it's like, I never saw that timer, but that's different because the microphone was covering it. There's no excuse for the bow. I don't know. I don't know, you guys.
Hurrah! Now we can travel onward, my steadfast companion. But first, we should grant ourselves a moment of respite. Come, sit with me a while. As I mentioned upon our meeting, I was not always quite so earthenware in appearance. This strange curse was visited upon me by the wicked old lady who resides in the mansion beyond these lavish gardens. I imagine you are here for her, are you not? Surely her soul must be swollen and ripe for the reaping due to her unnaturally extended years. I desire naught but to confront the old witch and request she undo her ceramic deed and restore me to my former handsome self. I was quite the looker, you know.
I think you mean cooker.
Soup? No? So be it. Let us push on once more.
I would not eat soup out of this guy's head anyway. Also, crows, I don't think are particularly known for soup. I really want to attract some more crows. Let me put out a hot stew. Some projectiles can be deflected with the swing of your sword. I actually... Okay, still the wrong button. So what, if anything, is this? The fuck was that? Clearly that was a projectile I was supposed to deflect with my sword. Okay, let's test that theory. Hold on. Yes. But why would I want to pop those? Like, it does exactly as much as just hitting the thing directly with my sword. I'm sure it'll come up. That was me being extra sloppy. So I probably shouldn't have used the seed where I did. I figured, you know what? There might be an achievement or something for planting a seed in every pot. So that's why I went back specifically to do that. Now I'm going to go back specifically to get, like, my health back, because I've only got 2 pips left. Was it over here? Darn it. Yeah, that's definitely a teleporter, because look, there's one of those stone diocese there right next to that. And yeah, the hook shot or the zipline builder right there. Yeah, we're going to be revisiting this, I think, later on. I almost said soon, but... Okay. Consume. Carol Luna's a fan of the music as well. Yeah, it's like piano and woodwind so far. I'm enjoying it. Oh, but yeah, although I never saw Breakfast Time, I did see Fox After Breakfast. That's the only version of the show that I knew of. And I'd actually always intended to go looking for information about it, because clearly things got weird with that show. Oh, and that's what I wanted to talk to Mia about, because you know what suddenly brought this up as a topic? So Lori Hibbard was fired from Fox After Breakfast. She was let go very much against her will. She was a part of the original Breakfast Time crew. Hold on. Okay, the puffs, the green puffs that come at you are not very interested in self-preservation. This all comes to what I wanted to touch base with Mia on, and she may have stepped away, is when Lori Hibbard was fired, the way that it was done, the executives at Fox that were overseeing this new push into daytime programming called her up at like a party that she was at. She was doing an engagement party for a friend of hers. She had like 30 people over, she said, and they called her up. She took the call, and they called her up to tell her that they felt that she was very unhappy. And she said, no, actually, I really love doing the show. In fact, I'd be happier if I got to do more of the shows. Well, we just want to let you know that we think you're very unhappy where you are. And when I was listening to Lori Hibbard share this story, it just reminded me of, like, I think something that Mia would react very, very forcefully to, and with good reason, of some random executive informing somebody, like one of their employees, in this case a woman, exactly how she feels. Like, we are informing you that you are unhappy where you are. And that's what suddenly brought it up. No. Look, buddy, I've only got 4 health points. Until I find another seed, I have to go on a walkabout to get any more. The Garden of Love. So this looks very puzzly, like smash all the pots in a certain amount of time. Puzzly. Oh, no, that's just the plaque. The family tomb. Whose family? Well, that's a really nice carving. I'm kind of I will interact with that, I promise. One rule with me in puzzles. I talked about this some during oh gosh, Deliver Us Mars of all things. One of the things that I've learned is helpful about puzzles is to, geez, maybe there's no puzzle there at all. There's a lever right there, but I want to go back and touch the thing. I mean, is there... I'm looking for anything in the environment that might communicate these are the jugs that you should smash versus not, but I don't see anything. Oh, look at that. They do come back. So I think that there is probably... No, why are these ones staying smashed? So it seems to be after a certain number of jugs are smashed, which again does seem to communicate, like, smash the right jugs. Darn it. Is it always the 5th jug you smash? It sure feels like it. Yeah, if there's a logic to this, I haven't worked it out yet. So I'm going to be on my way. This only says the family tomb. I don't recognize anything, 5 squarey in the fountain or the pool or whatever it is. Yeah, let's go on. Because right now I feel like I'm just smashing jugs for no good reason. By the way, like, let me ask you guys a question, because again, talking to Mia about this. If Mia was to play The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past today, 2023, for the very first time, I don't even think that she's ever seen it, or at least she doesn't... Oh, hold on.
Hello there, my friend.
The question was going to be, do you think that she would like it? Do you think that game holds up?
I would make a good statue, would I not? So here we are. This edifice may look unassuming, even becalming. However, keep your wits about you. Untold dangers await us inside. Now let us dive from the precipice of adventure and enter the belly of the beast. Together!
Well, in a second. Look, there's like a batarang or something over there. Or a birdarang, I'm sure it would be. Oh, hold on. No. There is a little passageway here, but it doesn't seem to go anywhere. We almost have enough for an upgrade. If I could farm 2 more points of, like, souls and then go back, I guess it would be a real trek to get back. But I would actually do that before the dive off the precipice of adventure. Yeah, I don't know how to get there right now. I have to assume that we have to come to it from the other side.
You go on ahead. I'll guard the door.
Do you think if he runs out of soup, he dies? Or does the soup just constantly regenerate? Shit, what's this? One of these lit up. Okay. So that's how the game taught us that sometimes your doorknob is a couple of vases. I need... Hold on. Yeah, I need 4 more before we go back. And we're going to learn how to do this puzzle here, because that's now the second time that we're encountering the Smash a Jug puzzle. Also, it's very quiet, you guys, but the little clacks that his feet make on the... It's like a metallic sound. Like I really pissed off a hermit crab. Wait, do I have enough now? Darn it! I need 3 more. See, the jugs come back together. They've got some sort of jug rewind ability. Yeah, I'm gonna stand over here. Thank you very much. A little potting soil monster came out. There, hold on. I'm seriously gonna go back. Like, I would like to go forward, but I feel like this is the best possible opportunity to get our next upgrade. Because it should be right down here. What? Oops. Accidentally walked under the door as it was getting itself situated. Hello to No Oats, who says, are you a crow with a lightsaber? Yeah, give or take. So let's just remember Ceramic Manor, because we are getting more and more doors in our Hall of Doors. Oats, I hope that you've had a great Sunday since we met up for some Anno. So we just got 400 eggs, and now we can do Dexterity, Haste, and magic. I feel like haste is going to be both useful in combat, but also just like a good quality of life thing. It might be very subtle now, but I feel like over time we'll feel the difference. I do feel like it's already somewhat faster to roll around. But yeah, no oats. Specifically, I am a reaper. Like, I'm here to reap souls of the departed, and right now we're on a quest to get ourselves to a deathless witch. Somebody who has escaped the long arm of death for far too long, and he also turned a person who was apparently quite handsome at one point into a pothead person. Shit. In addition to the lightsaber, we also have a light bow. I don't know that I need to do that, but just in case. No said, I'm in the future, so had a good sleep. Awesome. That is much better news. So we do see a seed up there, a life seed. That is much better news than the alternative of I'm in the future and I'm not able to get any sleep. So we can see that if we could stand on this sort of like white runner here, we'd be able to shoot a bow across and light that incense burner, whatever it is. And I bet if we burn both, then we get that golden key. So let's see what we can do. Our crow cannot fly, though. That's not right. What's happening there, by the way, is that for some reason when I go to do the bow, I'm right triggering. Like, that's aim in most games. And hello to Innertooth. Innertooth, I hope that you're having a great Sunday as well. It was a lot of fun watching you and Samalander interact in Farming Sim, checking out the brand new map. Oh, and Samalander, like, I hope you're still here. I just want you to hear it as well. I hope that your migraine has passed and that you're feeling a lot better. So, this one's up on a pedestal. Can I hit it from here, maybe? No? Wow, I honestly did not think that was going to work. I thought that was going to be, like, a little bit too, gosh, what's the phrase that I'm thinking of? I thought there was going to be a more precise way that the game... This feels like a very tightly designed game. So I was sort of thinking, like, oh, it's not going to be on the stairs. There's going to be some other way to do it, some other intended way. Carolina took a quick look at the map and thought that it looked exceedingly uninteresting. I know that Samalander had specified that it has, like, the largest fields of any map that he's seen. I'm gonna see if we can get any of these. Well, I mean, if there's some, like, challenge to, like, smash the pots in a limited amount of time or something, I don't really know how it would work. Okay. I assume we burn the cobwebs. Let's look at the color in this room. And the colors in general. Samalander is saying that it's based on an IRL place. The whole map seems small, though. Yeah, Samalander was saying that he... Do I have a seed? I feel like I do. Yes. A 2 seed somehow. Samalander was saying that he wondered if they went to, like, this actual place in real life to, like, analyze the soil. And then said that probably not, because then the whole thing would be, like, loam, I think he said. L-O-A-M. All right, I think I want to stand here and then shoot there. Okay. Oh, you know what I think hold on, the pots. They give you something to smash to get your arrows back. That's what they're here for. I really haven't seen you like, why, what, the regenerating pots, why? What, that's all it, maybe not all it is, but that is what it is. Okay, I'm just curious now. Okay, no. I thought maybe, like, do, and then you get, like, the butler achievement or something. So, oh, I see. We shoot from here down there. This is what we were working up to the whole time. Well, let's get our arrows back. Likely Loam, yes, says Samlander. Likely Loam is a really good username. Suddenly Susan and Likely Loam, they're the great streaming duo that you've never known. It writes itself. And now I got caught down here. Samlander, do you think you could trick Rogue into changing her username to Likely Loam? Shit. I don't know why I want to burn that cobweb, but I do. And can I burn this one over here as well? Oh, hold on. Oh, that's not over here. It's on the lower level. Get my arrows back. I'm sure there's regenerating pots everywhere, but we'll just get them all back. If I ever went full, if I went in on only playing Farm Sim ever, well, I would not be super supportive of that, because I like a lot of the other games you play as well, including like Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, off to a bad start. Just immediately get clocked by Tungo. Oh, okay. Of all the places to hit him, directly in the shield. The creature designs in this, like, standard zombie or whatever is like whatever, but like the giant gothic cathedral that you fight, and now this thing, big lickitung that's been like corrupted by stone, or like, this guy's awesome. They don't give him dialogue. Hold on, I can't do. Screw it. I was gonna do a whole thing about what his voice would sound like with his tongue unrolled like it's a overly long tie, but forget it. Oh, hi.
It appears we've been abandoned here. I don't think anyone is coming to open the door. Now I am just bones, so you don't have to talk to me anymore.
Okay. I heard like a click and a chunk. Oh, hi.
Hello, dear. Quite unexpected to see a crow around this place. Does this mean the deal is off? What brings an adorable fellow like you into my little house?
Do I talk? Or hit her with the sword? Oh! I thought she was gonna smack me, because I sort of deserved it. Oh, I hope that's what I was supposed to do. Undertooth is watching Do I Really Hate Them? Is that a show? I'm not familiar with that. Do I Really Hate Them? Did I did that because I wasn't sure what else to do. I don't remember getting like a golden key. Oh. So guys, I really hope that that key wasn't there before. Can I open this one as well? A key to open. Okay, so this does have some Zelda stuff where sometimes you might get a key and it's gonna go to a door inside that mansion or temple or whatever.
This door looks rather... Oh, this door... This is my voice, I think. This door looks rather out of place, as if it was from another world. It actually looks a little like you, Beakface, though perhaps a trifle more imposing.
I'm carrying a lightsaber, sir. I feel like anybody looks imposing when they can just cut through steel. Oh! I went to read what Samalander said and I didn't see what... Oh, did this thing spit out like a green ghost? Images was saying a clip posted in Sam's Discord about the DM if they hate the players. Is that like we can see a there's an orb right here. What I'm trying to get out. 100 like stuff, like eggs. That is a lot. Just want to acknowledge that, like, it's a lot. And yeah, we got to come down again because I didn't get the vase on the White Runner over here. I'm gonna have to watch this in Simulander's Discord. So we can see another seed. Let me get that. I don't know what that purple jug is there for. Yeah, this was never in a position to hit any enemies, so I don't know what the purpose of that was for. Hello to no, sorry, I've already said hello to No Oats. Hi, officer, I'd like to report a crime. A crow with a lightsaber came in and broke all my pots. However, they regenerate themselves, so I really feel like the officers would have a difficult time proving that the crime existed. I like the potting soil guy that comes out at the end. Granted, there are some other, like, shards of ceramic that are just around. So we are currently just a few days from the release of Baldur's Gate 3. Now, this one has a cork on it. I assume it explodes all the same. Yeah. I wonder, is it that it doesn't have the cork so that it can... It's less noticeable that it's a blowy-uppy one. Hold on, can I smash this? No. Inner2 says, in most games, thank you for saving my husband. Now this is everything I could spare, and continue to loot their homes. Oh, 100%. The number of poor, destitute dirt farmers in The Witcher that I stole all of their meteorite ore and 400 orans and, like, glass shields and all this other stuff. I mean, it was basically just Grand Theft Witcher all of the time. Sorry, I'm trying to work out how to get up onto that White Runner. Oh, I see. Hold on. Now we can get to the ladder. I saw the cobweb. I did not process that there was a ladder underneath the cobweb. I feel like recently, like not now maybe, but recently, this would be a game that Mia would have tried to play with like mouse and keyboard, and just walking on these relatively narrow platforms, I would really struggle to do it on a mouse and keyboard. On a controller, it's no big thing, but mouse and keyboard, this feels like it would be. It's being restricted to cardinal directions and like hard diagonals. Whereas here, you just have like all of these different like gradations of directions that just feel so natural. Oh, I was about to say, do I have to fight multiple tongue monsters? Because I don't know that I'm up for that. By the way, like, Carolina, we were talking about, like, the sound design. The fact that the green ghosts, like, holler as you hit them, I really like that. Well, I have a question for you guys. Like, this is just like look it up on IMDb. Like, it's easy to answer. But I believe the actress's name is Anne Ramsey. Anne Ramsey was in The Goonies, and she was in Throw Mama from the Train. There's a 100% chance that she was in 500 other things. And I think like she was also a voice actor, wasn't she? Like, she did some voice acting work. I'm just curious, like, is it just that I can't think off the top of my head of other things that she was in? Or was she, like, not as well known outside of those major projects? Because I don't believe that last thing. There's no way that somebody is that talented and that funny and was only in, like, those movies. Oh, look, another lost soul.
She said I would live forever, but with a pot for a head, no thanks.
Do you think analog keyboards do exist? Do they? I feel like that would be like the analog buttons on the, what was it, the PlayStation 2 controllers, where like that pressure-sensitive buttons was supposed to be a thing, and it was either PlayStation 2 or the original PlayStation 3, and I thought, this is just my experience, I thought they felt like garbage. I really didn't like that as being a thing. Scrooged? Who the hell did Anne Ramsey play in Scrooged? Alf, I'm less familiar. I know of Alf, I never saw it really. Trying Times, Knight Rider, and Night Court. I saw so much Night Court, Sam Linder, and I just... Oh, I didn't see her here. And she does sort of stand out in a room, doesn't she? Oh, heavens, my house is a mess. My beautiful urn's shattered. Oh, shit, Ronan, we're getting called out. Or wait, who was it? No Oats? No Oats, she is calling the cops on us.
Ahem, I mean, I must apologize for the state of my house, dearie. I wasn't expecting guests. Goodbye now.
So we just go back to, like, the main hall, because I can't get that golden key yet. That I know of. Should I have tried to shoot it, do you think? Before we go, let me go down here. And also wake me up. But let me come over here. I just want to see if we can shoot that key. It doesn't really make sense. That's not the mechanic that we've been introduced to. But before I leave, we're going to just... Yeah, I didn't think so. Figured we'd give it a shot. Wow, was she only 59? And it looks like she didn't start getting rolls until she was 41 or so. And hello to Marquack. It's just like... in Throw Mama from the Train, she communicates as being of advanced years, and 59 does not sound old to me at all. I know that Sinead O'Connor, as of this recording, like, these go up as VODs. Like, hopefully people at some point in the future will be watching this. And yeah, this is being recorded just after Sinead O'Connor passed away. I do not know what of. And wasn't she about like 59 or something? Was she younger than that? I feel like I don't know where I'm going right now, which isn't unsolvable. It just, I wasn't lacking in direction prior to this. This goes back to where we came from. I'm a little bit concerned about the fact that we've got a glowing yellow key here, that I feel like I'm about to leave this area. Oh, I do not know what's wrong with me, you guys. Wait, how would you do this? Because this is on a higher level. Hold on. Sorry, hold on. B. Right, this is too high. So I would come down here. Okay. Yeah, I was like, there's no way that I'm leaving this key behind. I clearly am going to need to have it. Sinead was 56, says Marquack. I knew that she was... That feels young. And by the way, there's no age at which I would have thought that that was super old. Like, I know that that's a thing, like... I mean, I'm sure that when I was 5 years old, anybody that's 50 is just like a grandfather. But it's not just because, like, I am a weird old man now. It's also because, like, I don't know, like, I guess I've just known older people my whole life. And, like, 50, 60, 70, 80, like, there reaches a point where, yeah, death is becoming more common. But dying in your 50s or 60s feels like it is... It feels early, is all I'm saying. Okay, so we probably want to pop that open. There is a seed there. And a ladder. Okay, I don't see any reason not to get the seed. Get it now so I don't forget with whatever fracas is about to pop up. Speaking of age, says Cara Luna, I read something today that kind of sort of makes me look forward to getting 60 years old, because I won't be 60 years, I'll be 18 with 42 years of experience. Hold on. For me, I realized when I was... Well, I mean, I feel like I knew in my teens. Like, I really started to feel this way. But I really realized in my very early 20s that there was not going to be, like, a traditional retirement path for people in my age group. There wasn't going to be a hit 60, hit 62, and... have access to Social Security. That there was a movement in the United States of America then, and it's only grown since then, to destroy that as a social safety net. And upon realizing that, it just felt prudent to try to do as much as I could to be prepared. So me and, you know, we've had a lot of talks here, you know, these days. Let's just go with me. I'll share me. Now, this is interesting. All I'm saying is that I have been saving towards retirement from a very early age relative to a lot of my peers, just because I recognize that there's been entrenched. I'm just saying that I can't walk on this, and that feels odd to me. It's not that high. Like, there's something invisible here, but... No, there's nothing here. Okay, I'm just going to choose to stop caring about this. But the reason that that suddenly came up is, A, because of what Caroluna said, but also B, just, I would like, ideally, for us to be able to retire at an age... So, for the first time ever, I'm just saying very quickly, for the first time ever, I smashed up boxes and I found something inside. So I'm just letting you guys know, I was smashing all the boxes anyway. Now that's never happening. Every box I walk past for the rest of the game, if I didn't smash it, that means I didn't see it. Because we just found something inside one of those. Fuck off. Thank God I didn't use the wrong button, because usually I'm doing that when I want to smash. The point is, I would like us to be able to retire when we're of an age where we can still enjoy retirement. I don't want to work. I like working. I really do. For all the times that I've ever come on stream and said, this was kind of a stressful day and whatever. Every day that's stressful at work, at least at my current job, is better for me than a day when I don't have a job at all. Hold on. Oh, hold on. That's too many hold-ons. I just keep seeing things that are like rerouting what I want to do. Energy's planned to retire at 55, but then illness took hold. Squirrel. Wait, was there squirrel in here? Or is squirrel something else? But Intertooth, I'm very sorry to hear about the illness. Oh, okay, we can talk to this one. Shall we dance? Fuck. I really like the reflections too. So, that was me failing at the overhead swipe. Because I did it in the wrong order. Shit! I don't like my odds. He's faster than I expect every single time. Yeah, Marquack, I need to go back and look at some Night Court episodes with Anne Ramsey in them. I used to watch Night Court all the time. Like, that was my jam, my humor. Like, Judge Harry Stone, and he loved Mel Torme. I loved Richard Mall's character. Moose? No, that's not right. What the hell was that guy's name? The really tall, bald-headed guy. I have planted some seeds even recently. I would love to go back and get them. I have no memory of where I planted them recently, though. Well, this is like a whole other thing. Let me come back here. Like, I just planted a seed, you guys. Fudge. I probably should have gone forward then. One thing about me in games, I'll take risks, but if I can... Yeah, and of course it's not... Okay. Unfortunately, I have not drawn myself a detailed map of all the healing pots that I've seeded. She's in the 5th episode of season 3. Oh, so she was like a guest star there. Bull! What? Yeah, what did I say? Moose? Samalander also got it. She was in the 5th season of season 3. It was Halloween 2. Apparently she's part of a coven of witches, but not the head witch. Which means that as Marquardt looked it up, she's credited separately as like somebody else is head witch, or somebody else is like Anne Ramsey is cited as like, quote, parentheses, secondary witch. I thought that maybe she was like a recurring character or something. But yeah, Marquack also said that apparently she wasn't getting roles until her 40s. Watch there be a... Okay. Well, I mean, this brought us back here. Do I have enough? No. No, I need 400. The trouble is, man, if people can just cough on me and I'm gonna be dead. By the way, this led us all the way back here to that withered plant. It just needs more time. Alright, we'll go back upstairs. We'll take the elevator up. If I die, I die. Like, I don't know what else to do. Wait, Jody K is leaving? She's saying bye. Jody K, I hope that you have a great rest of your evening, and hopefully we'll see you later on in the weekend. Oh, hold on. Breaking news. Why is that on the chandelier? That doesn't feel fair. You guys, was he supposed to drop that? Wait, hold on. Jody K is saying... Have fun with the rest of the stream. I've got to finish getting dressed, still in PJs for dinner, and an escape room with friends. Good luck with the escape room. You guys, that feels unfair to me. Look up on the thing. Is that where, like, he died down here and he threw his orb up there? That is very disappointing. I guess I just have to walk away from it, but that seems disappointing. Sorry, it's not like I can, you know, do an Assassin's Creed switchback. Oh, wait. See, yeah, I shouldn't have been complaining so much. Okay, that didn't go my way, but there might be a way yet to get it. Jody K says so far she's at a 100% success rate on her escape rooms. I have never been to an escape room, and I'm worried that I would not be fun at one. I'm gonna play this a little cautious, honestly, because look at this. Okay, I really want this red orb. There has to be a way to get it. Is it X or Y? It's Y? If I hit this, I feel like a green ghost comes out. I really want this, though. Wait, what was that? Hold on. Do I have, like, a drop attack? Well, there's no place to jump down from here. I did, like, a drop attack, you guys. Always complain, then the solution will appear, making you look dumb. Oh, in an escape room? Or when trying to get this red orb? I still feel like, you guys, this doesn't feel like intentional. Shit. Carolina has gone to an escape room once, would need a real good reason to do another. I'm jamming on Y. Part of it, you guys, I don't remember what the button is to pick one of these guys up. It's 100 orbs. Like, you guys, it's 100. I have 265. It's a lot. It's a lot of orbs to just, like, walk away from. Maybe, you know what? Maybe there's a way to drop the chandelier. Okay, I didn't mean to do that, and now that means that the green orb is going to be up there. Lurking, waiting, or possibly detonating itself against the wall. Oh. Yes, 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 yes. I think I'm gonna stand away from these things when I almost kill myself. No, okay. You found an old engagement ring. Now you just need to find someone who... Now you just need to find someone who would want to marry you. Ouch. There's got to be a way to get this, you guys. So I don't want spoilers, but I also don't want to spend my life trying to do something that cannot be done. Has anybody played this? If anybody played this, is this supposed to be here? Because if it's supposed to be here, god damn it to hell. Forget it. Forget it. It was the most obvious thing. It was the most obvious solution. The question was going to be, because I'm just sharing, you guys probably have heard this. What I thought happened is that the Do You Want to Dance guy died, and the game put his orb, like spawned his orb above where he died rather than like on the level where he died, and then it was like glitched and I wasn't going to be able to get it. I'm playing this game for the first time. I don't know its reputation for stability or consistency yet. And also, can I just say in my defense, it has not previously introduced the idea of cut ropes to, like, make things drop yet. It's incredibly obvious after you push the button and do it. There's so many things in the world that sword just has no impact on. Still, again. I really like the lighting in here. This is cool stuff. By the way, Cara Luna, if I can ask, because I've never done one, what was it that you did not care for in the escape room? Like, any answer is fine. Like, it just went on too long. The puzzles were obtuse. Puzzles were too easy. I'm just always curious. Oh, hi! That's too many guys. Please come closer to me. Really? Okay. I wasn't sure of the reach on that. I also would not have come closer to me. It's just normally enemies in video games don't show that kind of self-preservation. Carolyn, so I was laughing at Sam and Linder, who's going, not another room-based puzzle, not another room-based puzzle. Oh, it's another room-based puzzle. Here we room and go. Also, Carolyn was saying the whole concept. I was thinking of a million things I could have done instead that would make me enjoy that evening so much more. Mia's so good at like coming up with like ditties. It's like, it's one of those things. Hold on, can I practice that drop attack? Yeah, look at that. I want to do that on a guy. Oh, Mia is still here. Yeah, Mia, I don't know if you heard what I was saying about Laurie Hibbert. I just thought that you would find that interesting. Just being called up by your boss and being informed that you are unhappy at your job and might want to consider doing something else.
Why did the door close? How can we get back? I'll just float into this red square. That's my idea of an afterlife.
Oh my god, you guys, I never... I never touched the right stick before. I didn't know that you could do this. I haven't felt much of a need to do it, but yeah, you can scroll the camera around a little bit here.
Oh, thank goodness. You're not the cause of all this ruckus, are you? I would not be very hospitable to any beast who would mistreat my children. Tread lightly, Reaper. And don't hit me with the— Ow!
You know that's gotta come up. There's no way that move is in the game and it's not gonna play a big part. So yeah, I feel like we got everything up here. We found our soul. There was no, like, boss fight. Did we go down here? Oh, this is our way out. This could regrow at any time, by the way. More Than Mia says, I hadn't heard that, but I loathe being told what I'm feeling. Yeah, especially if you're not feeling it. Like, Lori Hibbard was enjoying... Lori Hibbard was not enjoying the fact that she'd been almost completely sidelined from the job.
Who goes the exploration, my friend? The mansion is dark and full of strange creatures. Please stay vigilant. I haven't made a new companion in a great many years, and I do hope we survive our first adventure.
I think you're gonna survive just fine, pothead. So I don't know where to go next. I know, so I'm looking for a door with a big yellow key on it. I feel like we've been through here. I'm not above rechecking things, but let's look in the main hall here. But yeah, I remember Fox After Breakfast for a very specific reason. I had that summer available. Like, I had, at the time, not a particularly regular part-time job. This was square in the years that I was talking about during another recent stream where I would routinely be up until like the small hours of the morning, and otherwise that's where we found the key that I'm currently carrying. Maybe you can't only use one pot once because I've seen them regrow. I wonder if there's something specific that makes the pots regrow, like an action you take or something. And anyway, like, Fox After Breakfast, like, that premiered during the summer that I just sort of, like, had off and was very much free from resume building adult experiences that I probably really should have had. And I saw a lot of Fox After Breakfast, and I remember when Lori Hibbard got fired. I remember seeing that live because that episode started, like, this was like a morning show. It aired at, like, what was it, 9 a.m. I think it was, locally. And Tom Bergeron came on and did this very serious, like, talk to the camera, like, as some of you may know, my co-host Lori Hibbard has decided to leave the show. That was how it was phrased. And I remember that happening, and I'd always wondered, because I'd seen Tom Bergeron on things, but I hadn't really seen Lori Hibbard since then. And then to see this video where she was, like, on Skype and talking to Tom Bergeron and, like, reliving some of these memories, it was just, okay, we have not been in this room. Oh, shoot! I remember there was a bedroom, you guys, that we were going to go into. I don't know what I'd want to do from here, but there was a bedroom where I said we'll come back to this in a second. Okay. What the fuck was that? Did anybody see a pot here? Oh, they're in the reflections. Sorry, that might have been loud. The pots were invisible, but you could see their reflections. Do we see any others? And there's a door right here, I think. Okay, moving the camera is not helpful here. I don't see any other pots. nor do I find a way up onto that bathroom. It's possible the other pots are not in this room. I'd love to be able to pull this rug aside. How many? Yeah, I need 10 more glims and then I can get another upgrade. No. So there was like a bedroom up here that I'd said I would come back to. I took one step in here. It's like, let me come back. Because I was looking for a healing thing at that time. As someone says, ghost pot! Ghost pot! By the way, I know in like the Scooby-Doo movies, like they reach a point where like they're actually fighting against like real monsters, not like Old Man Smithers in a hat or whatever, but like actual monsters. What I don't know, and does anybody else happen to know this? Shit. What happens the first time the Scooby Gang like comes across like an actual werewolf or something? Like, not a fake ghost. Like, is Fred like, oh, you guys, come on, it's Old Man Smithers. And then he goes like to pull the head off the werewolf and it's like a real werewolf or something? Because it just really feels like the Scooby Gang would have to be like, after so many mysteries solved where it was always like some completely irrational explanation about how somebody used like a candle and a tin can to make a convincing illusion. But the first time that it's like, no, this is actually supernatural. It was zombies and they all freaked out, says No Oats. So I don't want to do a drop attack onto that purple pot because it'll blow up on me. Go! Shit! I feel like the hitbox on Carl here is very... What did I say his name was? Ron? Ed. Ed is very generous to the player because that guy, when I got stuck over here, like right here, that guy should have got me. And then didn't. So this painting has some cobwebs on it. I'd like to clear those off with fire. Well, you can expose paintings to fire and they're perfectly fine, right? That's how that works. No Oats has some PTSD from watching that as a kid. And then Sam Lander remembers something like that. Cara Luna says, I think I know what this music reminds me of, Genshin Impact. Cara Luna, I have barely ever even seen Genshin Impact, so I know nothing about the music. Ow. Remember when I specifically said that I didn't want to do a dropout attack off of that because I was going to pop the pot and hurt myself? I mean, let's plant it, right? But I almost don't want to use it because they don't seem to be regenerating. So maybe I'll remember that it's here. And then if I take a bunch of damage in this room, we can go back. Shit. Yeah, the thing about, like, Fox After Breakfast, and I assume breakfast time, is that, like, you guys, I could give a shit about morning programming. Like, the morning show and stuff, people sitting at desks, having affable conversations to cheer people up and ease them into their day. That's just not the way that I'm ever going to start the day. It just isn't. It's not my thing. It's fine if it's yours. Fox After Breakfast was different. Fox After Breakfast had a puppet. Fox After Breakfast was like people walking around an apartment. Nobody was sitting down, or at least they weren't sitting down very often. They were moving around and talking to people. There were events in the apartment. It felt very dynamic. And I guess breakfast time was more of that. I think the orbs do hurt Tungo here when I hit him. Okay, they do just come back. That's fine. Shit. Oh, I thought that was an incoming attack. The orb as it came in. I need to find the boss door, because I've got 400 glims now, and again, I've died once already. I'm not anxious to repeat it. But I also don't know if I lose my souls, or whatever we're calling them these days. Okay, that is not a way to go. Wait, what's a very dangerous game? Someone says also for those that don't know. Oh, Genshin. It's a very dangerous game, dangerous for your money. That's sort of why, like, I never got into it. Like, I remember seeing, like, people being like, oh, it's free to play and it's really fun. You don't have to spend any money. But, like, free to play just... it's not that I never play any free to play games, it's just I'm very, very slow to engage with those.
I'm starting to question the authority of our Lord of Doors, although it might be a bit late given that I am deceased.
Samliner says free to play just means differently sold. And I'll add on to that with there's no the way in which it's different is that there's no upwards price tag. If you want to buy the original Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition, okay, that was a stupid sentence. If you want to buy, well, hold on.
Well now, little crow, you have well and truly outstayed your welcome. First you lead my daft grandson astray, filling that head of his with nonsense ideas about curses and intermixing it with the soup. And then you come in here and smash up all my beautiful urns. I'm just trying to help people. If you set foot in my basement, there will be consequences. I might even have words with your employer. Although I'd rather not see that old weirdo again. I mean, a lock for a head, so strange. Off with you, little crow! Meh!
I wonder if there's like an achievement for not hitting her every single time that you can, just like walking out of the room. Someone's saying you really earned this conversation. Now, hold on a second, though. The bathroom, I feel like we didn't solve that puzzle unless the things that we released were like exposed elsewhere here. Look, here's the thing. See, you can see there's a reflection right here of the door. You can see the reflection of Ed. You can see the reflection of the door. The tub. I mean, I don't see any... What happened is that I was like rubbing up against something that like a place that I couldn't walk, and then it like fell off and smashed, and then I was like, did you guys even see a pot here? And then when I hit the second, I was like, oh, we see the reflections. But what I don't see are any other reflections. Oh, hold on, I didn't go back here. I'm just trying to search for places that we wouldn't see the reflections, like on the rug. Or, hold on the tub. Because I can't get over there, but we could. No? Really? Huh. I really thought that was it. Well, shit. I mean, I can get more arrows, but that was my hot idea. Samlander has a suggestion. I'm probably gonna hear the suggestion. What's that other light? Hold on, there's 2 lights. Oh, there. Oh my God. You guys, I kept pushing up against this because I thought that was a reflection of the door. It's a reflection of the lock. Okay. Yeah, I was so close to having solved it. Salamalander's like, you got it. Also, ooh. Thank everybody for your patience. Sure, why wouldn't I? The ancient shrine offers you a shard from a magic crystal. Collecting 4 will raise your magic capacity beyond its limits. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm not gonna find 3 more of those. Like, with how devious that was, look at how hard that was. And that was a simple one. I basically came in here, I didn't even realize there was a puzzle in this room and started solving it accidentally. And then that, which I damn near forgot about and walked away from. You know, and what it was, Samalander, is, or anybody that cares, it was catching a glimpse of the second light. Because then it was like, I thought that this was the light. I thought that maybe there was one more thing to open. Then when I saw there was a second light, I was like, wait, what is that? And then realized, wait, the door is in the middle. I'm just talking through how it came to be. Not that anybody cares, but for me, it's interesting to work out, like, what did I miss? What was the... Like, here, I still can't walk up there, which feels weird. So, like... Rather than just saying, oh, shrug, I guess I figured it out, to take a second to process what went wrong is how the next time that something like this comes up, maybe I'll be better at it. Hello to Fox, who says I join and Angel is now a crow Sith Lord.
All the voids are aglow with unearthly light. Is it unlocked? If only I had a more complete understanding of doors. Or eyes. Before you proceed, Beakface, I have a confession to make.
She's their son. Yeah, well, okay, grandmother, whatever.
The old witch of this house, she's my grandmother. She cursed me with this ceramic cranium and in a misguided effort to make me immortal. You see, she was stricken with grief when my grandfather passed, and made it her mission to keep our whole family alive forever. Her research led her to believe that replacing one's head with an urn would somehow strike you from death's ledgers. However, I resisted, and during the struggle, her spell must have gone awry, for as you can see, I have a pot for her head. No. I fear she has gone too far beyond her years, and her soul is swollen and grown corrupt. I've seen it happen in this land many times.
I will point out, though, that she does not have a pot for a head or an urn.
As a Reaper, I implore you to end her suffering and bring her soul into the next life. Perhaps she can find peace once again.
The reason I worked out so quickly that he was her son is because who else would be? When she shows up and is like, oh, you misled my son, or I guess my grandson.
Be wary, Living Reaper. I won't tell you what.
Also, the visual aesthetic about the door of light hanging in the air, it's really cool. Oh shit, we didn't go back to the base. I have 400 things. I should have gone back to home base.
I can't believe you're still smashing my urns. What the hell?
I was not expecting that at all. Oh, Avarice is such a good name for a mimic. Dodge. Oh, we did phase 1, because now one of the... I don't know how many more of those I have. Not enough! No, I really, really don't want to hit those guys with my, sword. Also, I think we can add electric guitar to the list of instruments that this soundtrack is composed on. This game has a really awesome soundtrack. Oh! Okay, that hurt. That's not the right button. Okay, you need to not face the urn, though. Hold on, can I... Oh, I really wanted to light him on fire. Because now we know that does, like, damage over time. Also, I think the dodge straight up gives you invulnerability, because he should have hit me there. Not, I'm there, I didn't dodge. A gift to a fellow crow to aid you on your quest. I'm just saying that this being is being extremely generous by placing us on the same tier of crowdom. Shining golden phoenix with a flaming crown. You and I are the same indeed. Also got like 4 eyes, I think. It's a little hard to tell, but it's like we were talking with Raven's father. Hey, flame spell acquired. Press left to switch to a flame spell and up to switch to arrows. Okay. I'm not going to be good at doing that in combat. Okay. I don't know how this works, so I assume it's ranged, and it would be like this. Okay. And yeah, your 4 pips is not your quiver, it's in fact your magic. I guess I just wasn't thinking about the arrows as being magic, but... Okay, well, I want that. And I think we can get it from here. Whoops. Now the question is, how do I get out of here? Oh! Okay. Yeah. Again, the developer teaching you something by just, like, trapping you in an area and saying, well, there's gotta be some damn way to do it. Hello to Jab! Jab, I hope you had a nice weekend so far. Now, hold on, there's color on this. This appears to be a Reaper's abandoned logbook. We've been ordered to disconnect a series of open doors in the region around the recent anomalous energy surge. This area had previously been quite active, with commission members assisting the witch with her research. The order came through and was executed immediately, so I'm not sure what has happened to the crows that were there. All doors have been sealed for now, and outstanding work orders in the region have been manually closed. Quite strange, but it's above my pay grade. I find it's better not to ask questions. Caroluna's turning in. Caroluna, thank you so much. I will probably not be going for too much longer. I've really been enjoying this, as I think that you guys can probably tell. But I do also have some other things that need to be tended to. Okay, so let's do that. Now, if I had run out of juice, what would I have smashed to get it back? I guess we don't have to worry about that. Can I look at this? No. Caroluna, thank you. Sorry, Mia, thank you for doing the shout out for Caroluna. Jabson, getting tired of this heat. It's beginning to get me down. I regret that I don't have anything other than, like, words of encouragement. For those who don't know, again, for who are watching this at some point in the future, Jab lives in an area of the country that's been over 100, is it over 100 or over 120 degrees every day for almost a month now, or maybe it has now hit a month. Jab, my heart goes out to you. It really does. I feel like it must be extremely draining to live between pockets of air conditioning or to just risk the sun's wrath to be out. I don't know if words of support are in any way comforting, but they are here nonetheless. Let's talk with this crow. Vaga says, have we talked to Vaga before? I see that you've been exploring the old office apartments. I used to work over in the east section before I embraced my true life and quit the rat race. I'm much happier now, but that was a lovely, cozy office with an S. Is anybody here from, like, Britain? Is cozy spelled with an S? I feel like that's a European spelling that I'm just less familiar with. Badger the Reaper says, seems like you're finding a wealth of souls out there. Where are they coming from? I haven't seen so much soul energy in decades, maybe centuries. Yeah, another reason that I feel like we're nearing a stopping place is that I don't want to start a new, like, sector of the story. I want to start new. That's something that I learned in Zelda. However, I do very much want to spend my points. So here's the thing. I have 600 points. I feel like we could go for like one 400 thing and then get another 400 thing, or we could get a 600 level thing. I really do use like the regular swing a lot. But I'm going to assume, like, I just feel like I'm not dedicated enough to a single... Oh, this crow also has 4 eyes. Do they all have 4 eyes? I wasn't paying that much attention. Over 110, says Jab, and it's been over a month now. It must be absolutely draining. And, like, Harmonious Crow was in earlier to the stream. I don't know if she's still here. I hope her dogs are doing okay. Like, animals in this heat, air-conditioned or not, like... almost any level of exertion, just the exposure to temperatures like that seems like it could be very dangerous. And like I said, I don't know, like, me dwelling on it and talking about it, I don't know can possibly be helpful, but I just want some expression of sympathy for what you guys are going through. It can feel sometimes like I need to make a decision here, and I'm gonna make this decision, by the way. Yes. I remember a period in time when we were without power, and it was very, very... Okay, I don't want to oversell it. it got very cold at night. It was much more livable during the daytime, but we were without power for almost 2 weeks. And just like getting snippets of news through like, you know, our phones and whatever else about like the rest of the world, just like carrying on while we were just like, it's not the same. It's not the same as what Jab and friends are going through, because that was only like a couple weeks and this has been over a month, and it was much more warm and livable during the daytime. But like our jobs were shut down. It wasn't just us, it was other things as well. So it was just, I feel like hopefully it's nice to know that people care, even if they're not there right at the moment. So let's take a quick look around the office here, because I can already see a bomb wall, and maybe there's a flame urn that we can interact with to like explore a little bit more. Yeah. Hold on. Wait, can I cancel that? Yeah, because we can just do it from here. Look at that. That was worth it. 40 more and we get a thing. This appears to be a Reaper's abandoned logbook. My colleague failed to return from a routine mission. I tried heading to his door to check in on him, but it was apparently shut. Orders from upper management, apparently. Sent in a query to head office, but they insisted that this was normal procedure and the case was closed. Still no word from my colleague. He mentioned he was being assigned to assist a powerful witch with some research last time we had lunch. He said he was a bit worried before he started, but it turned out she was quite a nice old lady. I wonder if she had anything to do with the closure. I hope he's all right. You found a scale model of an ancient Reaper door. It doesn't function. It was probably made long ago as a mock-up for the doors. If those are just collectibles, that's fine. I'm also curious if they might, like, play a role later on. Also, I love the scarce color in the world of grayscale. Concrete is so hot it'll burn their feet. Yeah, Jab, I saw a news report. I don't want to be like overly grim for people who are looking for a respite from this, but just quickly, a news report about a child that like got out of sight of their parents, slithered through an animal door, and like walked out on the patio and got some pretty bad burns on the soles of his feet. I think it was a he. It doesn't really matter for the purpose of this story. It's dangerous is the point. And just, it's not like from one American to another, it's from one human being to another. It's just seeing people suffer. That useless crow covered in trash kept throwing seeds at me, so I sent him on his way. He acts all carefree, but he sets my guard senses tingling. I'm sure he's up to no good somehow. Oh, the one that wears the paper on his head, the one that's retired. I'm just quickly looking around for anything else that we can do with flame power that we couldn't do before. Okay. I hope there is a respite for people soon. Here, like tomorrow here, it's supposed to be much more temperate than it's been this week, and this week has not been anything remotely similar to what folks like Jab and Crow have been going through. Harmonious Crow, not these crows. And that also, by the way, we can see some stuff over there, but that's behind the bomb door. So if I was to guess, bomb door would be the next thing that we would get. So now what we would do is go back to like the mainland and probably talk to... Oh shoot, who do we meet? Who do we meet who's like, do you want to talk about... Oh, the old crow that like bonked us, that guy. I'd probably go back to him and say, where should we go next? Because I don't remember if it was like east or west. But we went to the woman and we did that part. So I'm going to say that this is probably... And by the way, look at all the weapons we don't have yet. Here's our shiny things. Controller bindings, and then... Okay. Can anybody... Is there an action I need to take to save this game? I really don't. I've really enjoyed this. Like, yeah, pencil in for episode 2. I assume it will warn me if it hasn't saved, right? I will straight up Google this if people don't know. I'm gonna Google it. I haven't seen any sign of a save point, but I had an experience once in a Castlevania game where I honestly thought that I played for like 2 hours. It was one of the side-scrolling like Nintendo DS ones, and I had been pressing B instead of A to save it, and I lost all the progress. And it wasn't the biggest deal. Like, I went ahead and played it again. So hold on. Deaths. Okay, that's not spelled correctly. DEATH''S door. How to save. Save. All you have to do is pass through a doorway portal. Okay, so it auto-saves when you walk through a door. See, now I'm glad that I looked, because what I'm going to do is go walk through any of these doorway portals. The question is which one? The Lost Cemetery seems fairly central. Let's go to the Lost Cemetery. I feel like that's probably central-ish. Okay. And let's assume that that's a save. So I'm going to return to title screen. Oh, well, see, there it goes. All progress will be saved and it will be returned to your last used door. So we will pick up there. You guys, this game is super fun. Right now, I'm enjoying many of the same things that I enjoyed about Tunic. We will see if it holds up in a way that Tunic very nearly did. I feel like I talk about Tunic in a way that comes across as more negative than I actually feel about it, even as I continue to say, like, that, like, 95% of that game was really, really good, and it really was at the end that it was like, now go do some Wind Waker stuff, if you catch that reference, like. But I liked all of the other stuff that was leading up. Can I do this stuff instead? Tunic is so smart and so clever. I feel like it might reach a little bit too far near the end, and we'll see if Death's Door shares a similar fate. But otherwise, in terms of combat, graphical presentation, and the feel of it, like, how responsive and fast the combat is, it just feels really great to play. So this has been a lot of fun. My understanding is that it's not a very long playthrough, which is one of the reasons that it was chosen after playing a couple very long games. So we will see you, I expect, later in the week for some more Death's Door. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.